So for this piece, there's no way I could do a series of New Bedford and not include New Bedford's thriving fishing port and fishing boats. And so when I decided to do this piece, I looked through all of my countless photos of the waterfront. And I've been living here for 16 years, so I have a lot of photos. I love to walk down to the waterfront. I live downtown and look at the boats, take pictures of the angles and the colors and all of that. And so when I look through it, there's one area that really is my favorite, and I have a lot of photos of it. And it's on Pier 3, right down toward the end. And you have boats on either side, and it kind of goes down to the end like a peak. And there are always two boats. There are usually two boats, docked there. And when you stand, it's almost like you're looking through a portal. So you have the two boats, and you're looking through them because they're nice, they're large, because you're right up in front of them, so they're very large. And you're looking through, and you can see Fairhaven, and many times you see other fishing boats. You might see one or two, or you might see a fleet. But the interesting thing is that what you see is different because each time the boats have moved. And so the negative space between the two boats are different shapes each time. And what you see in between is different. So I decided that was the viewpoint that I wanted to show. And so if you look closely in this piece, you can see the two large boats on either side. And they're tied to the mooring. And then you can see that negative space in between. So what happens as an artist works, and I always talk about this, you have an idea, you put it down, but then you have to go with the flow of the painting and see what works, what doesn't work. And so what wasn't working was having the two big boats, life-size and full of detail. I wanted the detail to be on the boats in the middle ground toward the background. And so these boats in the foreground would take too much emphasis. So I decided to make them see-through, to make them transparent. And so that's why you can actually see through them, almost like ghost-like. So I still had my initial idea of looking through this portal, but in doing that transparency, it creates a bigger space. You feel like you're watching the whole thing, but at the same time, creating that little bit of portal. So it's like a push and pull as an artist is working through ideas, composition, themes, etc. So that's just a little bit about this one. So I hope you enjoy it.